Welcome back to the videos that we're doing this month. It is day 20. Day 20, you guys. Good job, everybody. We've really come a long way. Today, I want to take a look at what I'm calling a reel these days. Yes, indeed, we do. I'm going to do a little explanation what a reel is, because I've had a couple people criticize the amount of explanation that I've been doing when I say some terminology. So, when I say a reel, I basically mean like a visual resume. People will say, hey, is there any way I could look at some of your work? And a reel is a video that I have edited together, a bunch of somewhat unrelated, depending on the situation. Sometimes I'll edit one that has more relevant to what I perceive the project to be. Like I'll edit together clips that I perceive as having more relevance to the project at hand. This is a reel that I put together for applying for a gig not too long ago. And in this one, I wanted to showcase, actually it's a terrible idea for me to tell you guys what I was trying to showcase, because if you see it and you don't think I did it, then I'm going to look like a moron. So I'm just going to play it. All right, so boop. This is it happening. So yeah, right there you're going to see my friend Matt, who, I'm going to pause this. You're going to see my friend Matt, who was in this is actually a commercial for a play that I was in that we shot forever ago. But let me scrub back just a little bit. God, he's gorgeous. I think I'd known Matt for like 2 minutes, and me and a friend of mine drug him out of the woods and filmed him dressed as a priest in a cemetery. Chill, And this was just a promotion that we put together for that project, and it was a really good time. And it's a thing that visually I'm still pretty proud of. So I have a couple clips of it in here. We turned this over in like a day, but it was fun. And then I've got some shots here of Zachary Day, just casual. This is a project we shot recently with LaFontaine Prep School. Got the kiddos running around. That's a little B-roll at a wedding. I loved this wedding. It was so snowy. Everything looked fantastic. Ooh, got some hard-hitting action. We saw some of that yesterday. Another wedding. Ooh, that shot right there. I was hanging off a balcony, and it was kind of a lot to get this shot, but I just wanted something extra to bring to this wedding. And so we had cameras set up to capture most of the main stuff, but this one I just ran up to the top of this overhang area, and I had a stabilized camera on a pole, and I had it hung over the edge to get that kind of swoop up crane shot. There's some random footage I shot of me in the studio, which that has a very that could easily be a part of. That right there could easily be a part of this series. It's just random B-roll of me in the studio working. I guess I thought that was relevant. I don't know. Oh, this is from the student film that I helped create at Spotlight Acting School, where me and a good friend of mine worked on teaching kids just basics around cameras. And so all these things were things they came up with, and I just helped them pull off. So we made a fun little movie with some interesting little special effects and things in it. So you can see the little lightsaber, and then the guy gets sucked into the phone. Then there's a creepy little cartoon guy in the phone, and then all of us get taken over by the creepy cartoon guy. And he tries to kill the cartoon guy, and he kills us all. Oh my god! And we've moved on to this is a really cool video I cut for Fairstown volleyball team last year. Just something to wrap up their season. It was a good time shooting it. And I like to show this just to kind of show, a little bit of I'm comfortable shooting sports. I'm comfortable working inside a school. that kind of thing, you know? And it was just a blast. I really liked the way it turned out. I hope the girls liked it, and we all had a good time. So this was just a fun little thing we shot in a couple days. I think I came to a practice and a game, and then after a game, we just did some of that jumping around stuff. And so pretty quick turnaround, and yeah, you can see some of the shots there from the practice. Yeah, I think we turned that over in like a week because I had to come to practice one week, and then the next week we shot the game, and then I had it edited up before their next get together or whatever it was. And then this is an example of some of the videos I've been shooting at Church on the Rock, just recap stuff. The turnaround on this is like an hour. So I shoot this and chop it up and try to have it chopped up before service is actually over so that we can have something fresh to put out on social media right after. So this type of video is one I'm really interested in right now, which is just your super fast turnover, quick, super relevant, especially if you have an event. I think it's awesome to have an event that has a highlight reel really fast. And so I say highlight reel, and that alludes to sports. So during the game, when you're shooting live sports, you have a guy who's actually cutting highlights during it. And so you can cut to it as you go to a break and things like that. So from that, I learned like, hey, that creates a high impact. If you have an event and then directly after that event, people are seeing things that they just witnessed happen right after the fact. So if you had some kind of a corporate picnic or you had some kind of a get together, some sort of a conference, and with like during the break time, people were seeing, highlights from stuff that they just saw on their social media. As soon as people were checking Facebook, they're seeing, boom, there's me. I was just at that event. I think that creates a very, that kind of ties together the experience, and I think it's a really good type of media to produce, and I've been really interested in that recently. So then I just have this normal sign off from this, but I hope this made sense, and I hope that that kind of explained what I would mean if I was to say real, because sometimes I just say stuff, and so that's an explanation of what I would call a reel. That's the type of thing that I send people if they ask me for some of my work, if they're trying to figure out how they want to accomplish a video. And I also would say, like, if you're looking to hire somebody to do some video, you should ask them to see their reel. You should ask them to talk about their reel with you, just because, not necessarily like to catch them not knowing what they're doing, but I think it creates an opportunity for the person to talk about different things they've done, different things they've enjoyed doing. You can kind of tell what somebody's passionate about based off of their reel. You can tell what the opportunities someone has had and what they've done with those opportunities. So I think it's a really good place to meet in the middle, because a lot of times, I mean, in that, some of that isn't my quote unquote best work, but it's work I was passionate about. It's work I felt made an impact. It's work I felt good enough about that I would want to have a conversation with somebody about. And I think if you're a person that needs to put together a reel, I think those are things you should keep in mind. And I think if you're a person that's needing to watch reels, I think you should keep that in mind as well. So if you're hiring or if you're looking for employment with these type of things, hopefully this has been some kind of helpful bit. So thanks for tuning in for day 20. That'll wrap up day 20, the 20th of June. Now it's time for a tune. Welcome to the end of the video. I hope you've enjoyed your time with me. For a nap, but that is crap. I've gotta go to work again today, making videos all month long, sounding
watching.